All right, free agency. Um, Free agency started Friday, right?
Yeah.
Started Friday.
Mayhem.
It's been madness already. We had a couple major chess pieces moved off the rip. Let's Miami. Two of their key pieces that got them to the finals are no longer there. I can't think of the guy's name.
Gabe Vincent.
Well,
Gabe
Gabe
Vincent, aka Max B. He went to the Lakers.
And
Crucial right there.
That was a
Max
good
Strus.
pickup.
That's gonna
Max
be killer.
Strus.
Went to Cleveland.
Was it Cleveland?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cleveland,
with your Cavs,
okay.
yeah.
Cleveland. And then Victor Oladipo, he got sent to OKC
Okay.
Back
for draft picks. Who?
to OKC.
Yeah, they sent him back to
Yeah.
OKC. He must. There must be a medical doctor there or something.
Yeah.
'Cause his knees.
Indiana, they got they read up on Halliburton. I can't say.
And they stole Bruce Brown.
Stole
Yeah,
Bruce Brown.
They did.
They picked up Obi Toppin from the Knicks
They
in
did.
a trade.
That was just like yesterday, I believe.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yep.
Who else? Chris Middleton
Resigned.
re-signed.
They also got Brook back.
Lopez. Yeah.
Lopez.
Yeah.
The Knicks, we signed DiVincenzo.
So you guys brought back Villanova.
We just missing one piece.
Who? Archie?
No.
Diacono?
No, Bridges.
Miles Bridges on that team?
Not Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges?
Yeah, he was on that squad.
Oh, I gotta say,
Yeah.
You're not getting that, bro.
Houston made some good pickups.
Houston, they picked up Van Fleet, aka Lil Drake.
Dylan.
Oh
Got
yeah,
Dylan Brooks.
they got Dylan
They
Brooks.
got Dylan Brooks. Yeah.
Dylan Brooks.
For a cool $40 million.
Nah,
Memphis.
80.
$80 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 years.
Memphis,
80 million.
they got D Rose.
Which is big.
He should just be coaching.
Which
Who?
is
D
big,
Rose?
yeah.
He should just be coaching for
But
the
it's
The veteran presence, though.
veteran
yeah.
presence.
They
is
need
big.
that. They need
He
that.
might start the first 25 games though.
you think so?
No,
Well,
that'd be Marcus.
Yeah, that'd be
Smart.
Marcus Smart. Yeah,
You
Smart
right.
be doing that.
You're right.
Yeah.
I forgot Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart is another one.
Rose is just what Ja is.
Rose is
The
what
ceiling.
Ja is supposed to be.
The ceiling. It's
Yeah.
in terms
Hopeful.
of league MVP,
Hopefully.
face of the
Hopeful.
league, the same type of athleticism, and then he comes from the environment that he portrays. Really, he's from Chicago.
Rose is really from Chicago though.
That's what I'm saying.
Really,
but
really from the
He's
trenches.
really
but
from
yeah,
the trenches.
But he's from the space that he portrays.
Right.
So
Yeah,
he can guide him and let him know, look, I made it out of that, and I wouldn't want to go back to that.
Yeah.
So
and
he could listen to him because he's a former MVP.
and what's crazy is Derrick Rose had the people around him to kind of protect him from
That
Right,
was-
from that
outside.
environment.
That
So
was the
that-
difference.
and yeah.
And he's not like such an old head, quote unquote,
Yeah.
to where he couldn't listen to him. Like he's a respectable person to listen to.
Westbrook, he's back with the Clippers.
Yes.
Who else?
Disrespectfully, we're going to
There's,
add that.
there's also trade rumors because Harden opted in
Yeah.
and wants to go to the Clippers.
What is Harden trying to do? Play for all 32 teams?
Nah, I think he's just trying to hit all the best strip clubs in the country, man.
Yeah, but I
Sounds
mean, where
about
else?
right.
He,
You know what I'm
where else he
saying?
gonna go?
Well, see,
Philly, New York, Houston. You go to LA, then
Miami.
and then you end it off in Atlanta. I think you'll be all right.
Well, the Harden thing with the Clippers, that might be a stall right now because, see, they also interested in Damian Lillard, who is also, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that also can
Cool.
they may play in a three.
Clippers.
Yeah. So that might add a third team into the fold.
Do you really see Dame going to the Clippers though?
I don't think it's a fit.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a fit, but I'm just stating that they're interested. So
I wouldn't want to play for I wouldn't want to play with Paul George and
Kawhi.
Kawhi. They stay hurt too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was about to. I don't think Dame's competitiveness will
Yeah.
go for load management.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might as well just stay in Portland.
That's not the type of person.
Yeah,
he is.
you wouldn't want to just go back to having to carry the whole team.
Yeah.
because they. Oh, I don't know. My leg hurt or something. Like go play.
Oh, we forgot two major things. Lakers was able to keep Hachimura.
They kept everybody.
and they kept Austin Reeves
And D'Lo.
and D'Lo. Shout out.
Yeah.
Did you see the D'Lo thing? Oh, they picked up Hayes from New Orleans.
Jackson Hayes.
Jackson Hayes,
They gave Vincent.
Gabe Vincent, and they was
Your-
able to
your
keep.
Duke boy,
Cool.
Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
they picked up Cam Reddish?
They finally got him because they've been trying to get him all last season.
Yeah, they picked up
Yeah.
Cam Reddish. But you know them Dookies, they don't. There's only a couple of them that really do anything in the league. You know.
Name me
Right.
5 Carolina guys that's doing anything right now.
Cam just got the bag.
Well, you know, there's really no excuse for LA at this point at the beginning of the season. Like last year when they started up, it was rocket. They didn't have the best roster until after the All-Star break.
True.
So now starting
from scratch.
from scratch,
Yeah.
they have a contending team right now.
I want to ask y'all something. So they avoided getting a center. You think that's gonna bite them in the long run?
Not in the small ball era.
Yeah,
You think so?
yeah. You just need somebody to guard Joker and Embiid, and that's it.
Jackson Hayes is little though.
He is, but I mean, like I said, you just need a center for 2 guys in the league. That's it.
And Sabonis, he restructured his contract with
Sabonis.
Sacramento, so still got paid.
Draymond, he's staying with the Warriors.
He just basically got the same money, more years.
Yeah,
Draymond.
Yep, same
Yeah,
money.
they just they took the deal and expanded it.
Expanded it.
Now-
That was it.
Now with them, they probably need to get a bigger guy
Absolutely.
because they got all the shooting. It's
Yeah.
like LA.
Yeah.
They got the shooting now,
Yeah.
but they're gonna need somebody in that paint.
but
But
see,
that starting point, that starting lineup is what under 6.
Chris
9?
Paul,
Yeah.
Wiggins,
Clay, Wiggins, yeah, all them guys.
Steph, Draymond, they're all under 6'9".
Yeah. I'm trying to think any other moves that was made.
Dennis Schroeder went to
Toronto
Toronto.
Toronto,
I hear his,
Kristaps Porzingis,
to
He's-
Boston.
Boston.
that's huge.
That was a big pickup.
I heard your boy Schroeder's a little frustration with LeBron and AD. He put out and saying that those guys weren't competitive enough, and always he was saying that they were basically just the blame would go on them when they would like lose, like they weren't competitive. But he was saying like Draymond basically ran over them
Mm-hmm.
because they were all friendly,
Yeah, I don't like
all
how
friends.
I don't like how friendly Draymond and LeBron is at all.
Yeah.
At all. It is.
But that's what he was alluding to. He was like, dang, he just let the man run all over us instead of being competitive and basically just beating them. But
I mean, the thing
don't know.
about it is they beat them though.
I mean, they did win 4-2.
And like I said, Mike and Charles Barkley were best of friends.
Yeah,
It
but
just wasn't social media.
but they beat each other up when they played.
They did, and so did Draymond and LeBron when they played each other.
I didn't see any of that.
They beat each other. They wasn't going.
I
to
saw
blows.
Draymond beating up other guys.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. People make it seem like friends just started when. Nah, people been cool with each other in the league.
So let's Anthony Davis. He's in the middle of his prime. LeBron should be taking a back seat. That should be AD's team.
Absolutely.
The way it looks right now, it doesn't even look like the Lakers would even retire AD's jersey.
You think he's still in his prime?
He's 30 years old.
So you think AD is still in his prime?
He's supposed, like, age wise, like he's supposed to be in his prime.
Yeah.
I think that's gone.
Yeah, I don't think he's in his
I think
prime.
Yeah,
Prime
in
112.
terms of age, yeah, he's
Amazon Prime. All right.
he's in his prime,
Yeah.
but the production is not there
Nah.
because he's not available.
Yeah.
But it's like a
that's gone.
my turn, your turn type of team instead of your team. In fourth quarter, I'm gonna bring us home. It's I'm gonna do everything and you help out whenever you can. It's a bad group project.
By the time you're 30 in the NBA, your season, you done
Yeah.
seen it all.
Uh-huh.
You should know, what Jokic is. That's what AD should be.
That's why I think it's past. And injuries
Yeah.
has plagued him as well. So that's why I think it's past.
Yeah.
So, let me ask y'all, and we can all take turns. Who got more pressure, Lakers or the Suns?
Say that question again.
Who has more pressure on them this season, the Lakers or the Suns?
Oh, Suns, of course.
Who got more pressure, Lakers or Suns?
I'm gonna agree with that. The Suns got more pressure, but the Lakers have some pressure. They have some, but the Suns have more.
Well, you shouldn't have pressure on a 38-year-old man. Like,
But
That's
they're
right.
but they're but they're
39,
going,
yeah,
but-
39 by the
at
season
that
start.
point.
but the media is going to apply it to him though, just
Yeah,
because.
Yeah, because it's
Because
nonsense.
he's the greatest. But
It's nonsense.
So answer the question.
who has more pressure?
It's the Suns. There's
Suns,
no
okay.
question. It's just the media is gonna make it what they make it. Because
Yeah.
the narrative sounds better when LeBron's name is in the conversation.
will the Suns bring in one more piece? That's a big piece, but it's like, but I'm a sign for the low.
They got to do more.
Who's that piece though? Everybody, they said Kyrie was supposedly trying to take a meeting with the Suns, and the Suns said you could take a meeting by yourself. He ended up signing back with Dallas.
Well,
So,
did you want to really see that though? The Kyrie with KD and him.
remember, we talked about this last week
Yeah.
with KD. I'm not even surprised if that's the case, because he didn't play with the most.
I'm not surprised if they don't ask for a meeting with Harden.
I'm glad he stayed with Dallas to make it work.
He kind of didn't have a choice.
Right. I mean, well, you're right.
He kind of didn't have a choice. It's not like he had a bevy of options. He was like, you got to kind of go. And then he only signed for a 3-year deal. He was looking for a max deal.
Yeah. The Suns gonna need
It's the
more though.
Suns.
The Suns need a bench. They
Yeah, but
It's a
who's gonna take $2 million a year
I know
Just
it.
a
But you
play on
remember,
that.
but you remember when?
in their prime?
But you remember when LeBron when they got the big three, and then they was picking up like a Battier, a Mike Miller,
Yeah.
like little small pieces, like drafting like a Norris Cole, like that's what.
They need to do.
Yeah.
So with those names you named, where do you see those players at?
That's what I was going to ask you.
great role players.
Where do you see them at though?
Derrick Rose would have been a perfect option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose,
Okay.
probably like an Evan Fournier, somebody that can
Yeah,
come
Evan
up.
Fournier wants to play somewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to look at what you say. You got to look at somebody that already has the bag and is just looking for opportunity to win. But
Just trying to get a ring.
those guys are being snatched up.
Yeah.
Cam Reddish is another one.
Yeah,
Cam
see.
Reddish, he's playing for a mid-level.
But the thing with those deals were LeBron, Bosh, and Wade all had the same deal.
Yeah, and they took less money
They
so
took
that they
less
can
money,
add.
a little bit off the.
That's-
And they
just-
all was free agents at the
Right.
same time.
yeah,
So the way they
it's the
structured their
same
deal. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
over
you're
the
right.
three guys.
Yeah, those-
These guys have 3 different deals.
Yeah.
And they're the top 3 paid players in the next 5 years.
Yeah, Bradley Beal, he signed his extension, a couple years ago? Or?
Yeah.
280.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
They're all 250 plus.
Well, here's a name, John Wall.
that's interesting.
I mean,
That's interesting.
I don't.
What?
You-
Well, okay, here's a better question. What does John Wall do for that team?
Bring court vision. Somebody he gotta have a point guard in there. Gotta have a point guard. Nobody looks at Bradley Beal like a point guard, but he does do a lot of the ball handling.
Yeah.
I think John Wall bringing the ball up court, getting those guys in the right spots, would definitely be effective. I think John Wall still has a lot. I ain't gonna say a lot left. I think he has some left.
Yeah.
Something
What about
left out there.
Eric Gordon?
To be yeah, well,
I think the Lakers might try to
yeah,
snatch him up.
Yeah. I
He's
don't,
cheap enough for them.
Yeah.
But what you were naming is you're naming offense. They got scorers. Where's the defense?
Eric Gordon. He's a
No,
3 and
I
D
mean, I'm
guy.
talking about on the team now.
Nah, he's just he's
Yeah.
not a 3 or a D. He's just a player at this point. Eric Gordon left that a long time ago in Houston.
Oh
Yeah, he-
man.
They have the points. I'm just trying to figure out who they're going to
Yeah,
stop.
yeah. They still got JaVale McGee. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, they might have who the coach, Frank Vogel? He might have to go out there and run point.
I think Phoenix is too late now.
Yeah.
I think they
capped
messed
out on the
up.
money.
I think they've messed up.
They might have to get guys from the G League or maybe overseas or something. You got to fill out that
And their
roster.
contract- well, yeah, you got to do that.
Got to
Yeah.
fill out that roster.
Well, shit.
They
Is
still got-
Payne
yeah,
gonna
they
step
still
in
got-
at the starting point guard?
They still got campaign.
That's tough.
Well, then if you put him in a starting role, what do you have coming off the bench?
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Like we're squeezing this this whatever all it's done.
They should have moved Ayton when they had the opportunity.
They still might do that though. They still might move him to get pieces in return.
What is his worth?
Picks?
No players. He could get something. You don't think
he just signed that extension, right? Like
I don't know.
Last year. I think it was a year. It was either last year or the year before. No, it was last year. Remember, because the Pacers offered.
That's right.
They gave him an offer sheet.
They matched.
And they matched it. They matched it.
They was trying to get your boy, the center.
Miles Turner?
Miles Turner. They was trying to get him.
Yeah.
Now he would be.
Now that it worked out.
He'd have been good on the.
That's perfect.
It'd have been different.
Now, hypothetically, I know the Pacers wouldn't do it, but let's say you give him Aiden, give me Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. Try to fill out that roster as best you can.
That's a great.
That could work though.
Oh man, Joe Johnson. Ain't that not Joe Johnson? What's the Johnson something? James Johnson.
James Jones.
James Jones.
No,
I know two J's.
From the Suns.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, the cap they would be so far into the luxury tax it wouldn't make no sense.
They got a new owner that wants to win.
Yeah, he
wants to win. You know what I mean? He mixing it up with Jokic. He wants to win.
I mean, Golden State did it.
Yeah, Silicon Valley.
I understand, bro.
There's a lot of money over there.
Hey, it's money.
You don't think that man's paid?
Stockdale.
They just got a $6 billion stadium with tracking radar in the practice facility.
Listen,
there's a lot of money into that.
It's possible. It can happen, man.
There's no money in the desert over there, bro.
And look, Josh Hart, he took less money, so that DiVincenzo can sign with the Knicks, and then they're gonna hook him up in the long run. You just gotta. I mean, I know it's different from the NFL because in the NFL, you can come to a guy and restructure your deal. Like, hey, look, let's restructure your deal so we can, But the NFL, NBA, all that money is guaranteed. So if they can somehow pull off and fill that roster, the GM deserves GM of the year. Because if you could pull that off, right now we're just looking at basically 4 guys that's taking up the bulk of your money.
Mm-hmm. 5. Well, 4, yeah. 4.
Yeah, well, 4. Beal, Booker, Durant, and Aiden.
Yeah.
And if you can, now mind you, that's 4 guys. Now you got to fill a roster with 12 to 15 players. That's going to be a work of art.
It got to be some hungry players, though.
Yeah, speaking of hungry, is Kevin Durant still hungry? Like, all this, I just want to hoop. I'm just cool just hooping. Like, does he want to, like, yo, I'm about to make a statement this year. I'm about to really make a statement and let y'all know why I'm still one of the best players in the NBA. Because a lot of people done passed Kevin Durant. Let's keep it a buck.
Hey.
Giannis done passed him. Jokic done passed him. What's my boy in Dallas?
Luka.
He's right there close.
So,
well, Luka has no ring, so
yeah,
you can't include him.
Those rings, those Kevin Durant, those Kevin Durant rings look funny in the light.
It probably looked funny on his finger too. I mean,
that was a good one. But funny.
Hey, I like that.
Funny thing you said that, right? So last week we was talking about, we broke down Kevin Durant, and like I said, it's hard to talk about somebody's career without breaking him down, but we're gonna do that. He done played for as many players as he's played with. For him to only have 2 rings, if that was LeBron. To play with that many players,
they would kill him.
Man,
between Harden and KD, man, they have played with so many Hall of Famers.
Kyrie as well.
Okay, so can we break that down a little depth that we talked about last week? Because he did play, did play,
and 15
but
years,
the Brooklyn experience, no, you can't include that.
That's when he was
13
trying
games.
to be a bus driver.
It was 13 games with Harden. Oh, I'm sorry, 18. So we can't include that. Now the OKC,
with Harden and Kyrie. But
Harden was 13
and
games.
some Ben Simmons.
That's not KD's fault. I'm sorry, that's not his fault. Now the OKC,
can't do that.
If I call y'all
didn't pay
to
13
meet me
games.
somewhere and it doesn't work out, you got to hold me accountable to it because I orchestrated that from the beginning.
Yeah.
So
you gonna hold
Kevin left first. He signed first with the Nets, right?
Yeah,
no, him and Kyrie
tied to get
Oh,
together,
okay.
and then
Remember,
Harden
he didn't play his first year because he was coming off the Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
and then he didn't play his first year. Kyrie played his first year. He didn't play his first year. The following year, when he came back, that's when they got Harden. But Kevin Durant agreed to play with them guys.
Yeah.
Nothing goes on without Kevin Durant say so. I know that's Booker's team in Phoenix, but that trade for Bill does not happen without Kevin Durant okaying that.
Yeah, absolutely.
OKC was his best opportunity when they were, that team they had. That totally falls on them.
That was. I mean, they had everything.
That totally falls on the
Bench.
GM though. They messed that up.
Yeah,
Everything
by letting Harden go.
Yeah. Letting Harden go was a big mistake. I mean, they still had
They were buddy.
Serge Ibaka,
Yeah.
like
Collison.
I feel like they had another little young dude that came out of nowhere. Dude I played ball against. Y'all, I'm gonna see if y'all know this name. He used to play for Thunder. Eric Manor.
Yeah.
I
VCU.
played. Yeah,
VCU legend.
Yeah, I played ball against him. They had a little squad, man. The Baby Thunder.
I mean, they had a chance to make a dynasty there.
Yeah,
You know?
remember they was giving the Lakers a run for their money when the Lakers was going on their championship run back with Kobe and Pau Gasol. So, and this is not a knock on Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, one of the all time great players, but for you to be that great, and to play with as many players as you've played with, and for you to be arguably the greatest offensive weapon in the history of the game, arguably 3-level scorer.
It's not Dirk?
He's a way better threat than Dirk.
Oh, okay.
He's a way better threat than Dirk. But for him to have just to have 2 rings, that's crazy. But
it is. But
real quick, did y'all hear what Dennis Rodman said about Larry Bird?
Nah, what did he say?
Okay, so basically,
First of all, was he sober when he said it?
I don't
That's
know.
a good point.
I don't know, but for the purpose of this topic, let's say he was sober.
Right.
So he basically said that if Larry Bird was to play in this era, he wouldn't even really be playing in this era. They would have sent him off to Europe. I'm paraphrasing, but he said Larry Bird
Couldn't play in this
play in this era.
I beg to differ.
And he was saying, guys of this era, as far as small forwards. Now, I'm kind of, that's tough to say, man, because it's a different era.
The reason why I don't really have much of an opinion on this because I never seen Larry Bird play.
Yeah.
I never seen him with my eyes play.
Yeah.
It's just like folktale. How good Bird is. I did get to see Dennis Rodman play. But going by, all the people that have seen Bird play, they got him right under LeBron as the second greatest small forward. So I guess if you know the second best small forward ever in NBA history, I would have to say, what I mean?
If you're able to use a guy of that shooting caliber to put him in today's, and all you doing is running off picks, set shots to make jumpers,
right?
That's all he has to do.
Now, what's crazy is that, like you just said, most of us didn't see Larry Bird play. But the thing about Dennis Rodman, same thing with Isaiah Thomas. Dennis Rodman actually played against Bird, so he got to see Bird up close and personal.
Right.
Dennis Rodman played a little bit with Kobe Bryant too, and that's as far as he went. So somebody like him compared to Mario Chalmers talking about Jordan, Mario Chalmers is like my age.
Right.
So he didn't even get a chance to step on the same court as Jordan.
Right.
So it's like it could be hate from Dennis Rodman, but it's like he has a different perspective compared to somebody that never seen him play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's just a tough thing to say because it's different eras. Larry Bird only took 1.5 3-point shots a game,
which is crazy.
This is crazy,
right?
And he was known back then as one of the greatest 3-point shooters. But so imagine him taking 5 to 6 a game.
But his mid range was butter though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So and a lot of 3-pointers weren't considered then.
Yeah.
You know, so to me, which we already know that that's not a high percentage shot, but to me, mid range is the hardest shot to shoot.
That's why the kids stray away from it. You see a kid come in the gym, he warms up at the 3-point line.
3-point line, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is that, of course, in this offensive era, Larry Bird could play in this era. The only thing about this era is, on a nightly basis, he's gonna have to guard somebody. He's gonna have to guard a LeBron.
He's gonna get dunked on too.
But it's
gonna get dunked on.
It's kind of hard to take Dennis's take seriously because he didn't play in this era either. So how can he decide that Bird can't play in this era just because he played Bird?
The worm is Draymond though.
I get that, but he didn't play in this era to where you can say, I tested that water out. I barely survived. So I was dogging him out. So there's no way that he's gonna make it there. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question. If Isaiah Thomas was to say, "Listen, I was a bad dude in my day, but I can't mess with none of these young dudes nowadays," would his opinion be any more valid than, you know what I mean? Even though he never played against some of Steph Curry's and, you know, Derrick Rose and Westbrooks and stuff like that, if he was to say, "Yo, you know, I was the man when I was playing in the 80s, but I can't compete with none of these dudes now." I mean, of course, he probably would never say that because he's a competitor, but he never played against none of these dudes.
The game has changed so much, though. Back in the day, if you was 6'11", all you had to do was run down the court, chew gum, and just, you know what I mean, catch rebounds, set solid screens. I seen something where, some of these players that was in college that didn't get drafted, they was like college All-Americans and all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But all they doing is those basic things.
Yeah.
And that type of style of game doesn't work in the NBA no more.
Nope.
If you that tall, you have to be able to stretch the floor. You have to be able to run the floor. You know what I mean? To get the pace of the game is so fast now. It's just so fast that we just have to be free flowing and going crazy.
But, you know, we talked about that though, as far as we talked about this, saying, well, you know, the athleticism of an athlete now, whether no matter what sport it is much better. The medical, you know, medical stuff is all available more now and everything. So the healing process is way faster.
And then the last couple of years, just in college basketball, the guy Drew Timme, kid from I think UConn, these is like players of the year, national player of the year. Dudes can't even get drafted. So it's different from back in the day where if you was player of the year, you was top 10 pick.
Absolutely.
Just look at the lottery this year. Most of them are G League overseas players.
An overseas player.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Nah, man. I mean,
another solid episode.
Real solid, man. And appreciate my man over here for, you know, blessing us with your presence.
Hey, man, I'm a sports head, man. Super sports head, man. I can go really deep into football and basketball and 90s baseball.
Yeah.
Did you say pause?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
I feel like I'm on it.
It
is what it is.
Hey, yo.
We might have to censor that part, but
hey, yo. Only the biggest pause is the Fat Joe.
Yeah,
Dick from Kansas.
Listen.
Yo,
like, subscribe, and on that note, it's your boy T.
It's your man TJ.
It's your boy Nom.
And we out.
Peace.